and good morning, and welcome everybody back to the Women's Empower Network. And I am so thrilled and excited to have Roshney here with us today. And oh my gosh, she is going to light us up. So
Oh,
Roshney, yeah, no pressure.
oh, thank you so much, Ginny. You remembered that my name means light, right? So
Yeah,
thank you. Thank
sure.
Oh, what a lovely introduction. Really, really grateful for this opportunity to be on this platform and to be talking to you again. There's such a beautiful connection. We have the golden trees and the golden leaves. Um, I'll go right into where my journey started. So in 1996, my mother passed away when I was just 24 and she was 53. So this was a bit of a shock to my system. And because you always feel that your parents are going to be around forever. So when you're 24 and this happens to you, it's like, whoa, this can't be happening. And so I took it two ways. I always see like death in two ways, is that you can either go into a deep depression of grief, or you can sort of turn it around and say there's healing involved here. Okay, so there's some healing when someone passes away, even whether it's an animal or a loved one. So I did take it as like, okay, I'm healing because I've lost mum and she came here for the time that she was supposed to be here. I can either go downwards or go upwards. Now, she was quite spiritual herself. So I decided to kind of like look more into my religion, which was Hinduism. Well, it is Hinduism, because I wasn't religious at all up until the time that she passed away. And it was really strange because I was always taught, oh, there's hundreds of gods. And when I look back now, I laugh at it and I was thinking, not quite. Because now I'm into like, the ascended masters, the archangels, I work with them pretty closely. And I know now that we are all one. Okay. So, when I look back now and I thought, yeah, I know about the ascended masters. I know we don't have 100 gods. Yeah, it's just not possible. Yeah. So whether you call it or he or she God, creator, I know that there is just one thing, that source that keeps us, all together, right? So what is in me is in you and is in everyone else. So I loved that about the spiritual things that I was learning. And that was my first kind of like little bit of awakening. And then I would say in 2009, a close family member was diagnosed with cancer, and we hadn't heard of anyone having cancer in the family. So that was another big shock. And I was like, oh my God, how are we going to cope with this? How, oh my God, this is devastating. And luckily, my brother sent me the book, The Secret, at the time. And he said, oh, this will really help you. So I read through it. And there was things in there that were amazing, like, not just about the positive stuff, because that bit can get a bit annoying. So like, how much positive can you be? Everyone, some people get annoyed with me, like, why are you always smiling? And why are you so positive? But it's not just about the positivity. What I loved about it is like, what it taught me is that when someone's ill, instead of sort of pitying them and saying, oh, you poor thing, oh my gosh, let me pamper you, you actually make the situation worse because you're adding to that energy of pity, 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 and you've got this condition. So instead, you lift them up and you are being positive with them and saying, you know what, you've got this, we're here for you, and you can do this, right? And just obviously pray, because I really believe in pray. So prayers are so powerful, and send them lots of compassion and unconditional love. And we all have the power with intention to do this. So that really helped me. Whereas the old me before I read The Secret was, oh my God, you poor thing. Oh my God, this has happened. You poor. I don't do that now. I don't do the poor thing anymore, right? So that was a big kind of wake up call for me. And then in 2015 and 16, I started to learn about I think I went into a little bit of meditation because I was in a little bit of a stressful role. I wasn't in the management role quite then, because as you know, I worked for the government for 34 years, but not anymore. I'm out of the matrix. But so so in 2015-16, I was tapping into kind of a managerial role, and I was learning about relationships and how to talk to people, how not to, when to speak, when not to speak, what tone to use, because I wasn't actually taught a lot of the HR stuff at work. So when I did officially take the management role in 2016, which I really didn't want to do, but I did it, oh boy, did I face some challenging situations. Yeah, because it was not difficult. Sorry, it's very difficult to be a new manager in a new office, and people just rock up late. And I'm very, because of the way I was brought up in a particular department, I'm very like, sorry, why are you late? You're supposed to be here 9 o'clock, and it's 9:15. And that office or that member of staff did not take it well, and I got some backlash. And being young, a new manager who had done no HR whatsoever, I did like feel the pressure. I felt the pressure, and I felt like, oh my God, what I do? She just, did this, and she just said that to me, and all this emotion, stress, holding it in. And that was the key thing. I was holding everything in, and just to please people. I used to be a people pleaser, you know, and things had to change because I was in my manager's office nearly every other day crying my eyes out. Oh, this person said that to me. And he was like you gotta not man up, because I'm a woman obviously, but he goes, you gotta man up, and you gotta deal with it, you gotta do this. He was really supportive actually. So it made me strong, but I kept a lot inside. I kept a lot of emotions inside, and that resulted in a lot of illnesses. And that tells you that when you're in a stressful job or in a stressful environment, you have to really listen to your body. Really listen, watch the signs. It's not just, oh yeah, a couple of sleepless nights, I can handle that, and oh yeah, I've got a little bit of a headache, I can handle that. But this went on for months. And I kept saying out loud, I don't want to do this. I never wanted to do the management role. I don't want to do this. And in the end, it pushed me so much into meditation and other healing modalities that I was at breakdown point at my desk. And I was literally sat down one day and I was trembling. And it's a horrible feeling. I can't even remember, like, I can't even imagine that I went through it that day. And that's when I got like a message from God knows where. I got a message to say, you need to step down or you need to leave. You need to stop doing this role. It's not serving you anymore. You've taken what you need from it, and now it's not serving you anymore. You need to listen to your body. And then, I put the ropes in place to step down and go part-time, and decided to do spiritual coaching part-time. So that was in 2021. And then last year, the same thing happened to me again. So I was really enjoying working a few days from home, doing spiritual coaching, helping others, and then and doing a couple of days in the office, helping people get back to work. And then the same thing happened again. I was feeling like overwhelmed, sick, dizzy, and literally just wanted to throw up. And it wasn't even, like I said, for a day, it was going on and on and on. And I would always say to people out there, don't wait like I did. Yeah, I mean, everything happens divinely. I strongly believe that. But don't wait until you have a nervous breakdown. Don't wait until you throw up or whatever it is. Just really listen to your intuition, your guidance, your higher self, source. Listen to the messages, because don't let it get to that. Yeah. I could have actually, listened to my inner guidance a long time ago. But like I said, everything does happen divinely, and now I'm just so happy to be living my mission and my purpose, and that is helping others and teaching in workshops and showing them the tools that, look, sound can heal you, raising your vibration can make you feel better, healing with the Akashic records can do wonders for you, and teaching them about relationships as well, because that whole 34 years, especially the management role, the 4 years as management, taught me so many things about relationships. I learned the hard way, but I learned. And I honestly believe that we're in Earth School, and that we are here to learn our lessons. We're here to heal a little bit of karma, and we're here to learn. And until we learn, I just feel like we're going to repeat it again and again and again. So it's better to learn it and accept it and acknowledge it rather than like, oh no, that's not for me. I'll just suppress it and push it away. Oh, oh, sorry, they got mute. Oh, you could just got to mute yourself. I can't hear you, lovely.
My keyboard wasn't working.
Oh, bless you, bless you.
That's right. So what I'm hearing, let me recollect what I was getting at. It had to do with it's not just paying attention to your body and being ill, but it's also taking action.
Yeah.
That expression, what you resist persists. And so if you resist the change or you resist the calling, then it seems like it gets amplified up.
Yeah, I love that. I love that, Jenny, because I have quite a few family friends, and even clients. And I think I mentioned this last time, is like I can give them the tools. So I can say, look, you can do this, you can do that, and I can help you and I can heal this bit. But in actual self, you're your own healer. And secondly, you can choose to do something about it, or you can just stay. Many people say, oh, I feel really down, I feel depressed, I'm not really happy with my life. Well, what are you doing about it? Yeah, what are you doing about it? Are you going to go and see a facilitator? Are you watching beautiful sessions like this? Are you joining a group where your vibration is being raised, or are you going to continually watch stuff on Netflix? Some of Netflix is nice, right, but some of it isn't. Yeah, are you going to continually watch stuff that is going to lower your vibration? Because when you watch certain things, even listen to certain music, it can really lower your vibration. We've got to be so careful what we listen to and what we watch, and even the company that we keep. Yeah, and your soul always guides you. Like when this opportunity came on Empower Network TV and with yourself, I jumped to it because my light said, yeah, do it, it's going to be really good. It's really nice, and I love this platform. And I'm making so many friends, and I'm learning so many different things, and it's actually doing me so much good. And so whereas like sitting at home watching Netflix every day, and then drinking coffee isn't really going to do my soul that much good. Yeah, and now and then you need one of those days, right? But if I do that 24/7, I don't think it's going to get me very far or make make my soul evolve. Right.
Exactly. I still can't get back what I was thinking, but
Oh, sorry. That was
no,
probably
don't be. It's all divine, right? It's
yeah,
all
yeah,
divine. Just being
absolutely.
comfortable with the awkwardness.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And I think there might be some misguided perceptions that just because you answer the call and live on purpose, that life is going to be easy.
No, no. Oh my God, I love that. I love that as well. We're so connected. It's like it's so strange. I mean, I love it. It's not strange. It's a synchronicity, a beautiful synchronicity. So everyone's like, oh well, you're doing all this healing work. So why are you, going through this? And why are you that? Your life should be absolutely joyful and abundant and absolutely flowery. And I'm like, no, it doesn't work like that. Yeah, we are like onion layers. We have to heal, we have to let go of things, and new things come up, new challenges. And like I said, it's an earth school, right? So we have to heal this and learn about this. Like just recently I'm trying to organize my son's wedding, and it's not easy. And I was telling him, I said there's a couple of things, and one of them is marriage, divorce, moving home, and work is when you're not in a job. I said that it can be very, very stressful, those things. So I said, but it's your language as well. Like if I say, oh my God, organizing a wedding is the most stressful thing ever, then that's what it will be. Yeah. But if I turn it around and say, yeah, it will be challenging, but we're going to nail this. Yeah, we're going to make it the most special day for both of you. That's the most important thing, right? So, so our language is important because I work with the Akashic Records, and I do Akashic Record readings. So I can go into past lives And one thing I've learned from the Akashic Records is that it's a bit of a cloud, like a cloud or a library that records everything that's going on. So if I'm thinking something, so if I start thinking, oh, tomorrow I want to go and go to that shopping mall and buy this, it's recording it. If I'm thinking, oh, next week's going to be terrible, it's recording it, and then the universe is listening. The universe is then going to play it out, and you're now creating this circumstance. You're not only thinking it, you're now creating it. And then there are good things that it's recording as well, which is beautiful. So like this is being recorded, so I'm probably getting brownie points with source, like, oh, you're doing some spiritual work here, so this is brilliant, this is recording, this is good for your next lifetime. So whereas if I wasn't doing it as something good, so it might be like, oh, I saw a cat outside and I threw a stone at it or something, if I was a young child. So obviously that's not a nice thing, but I'm going to learn from that because I will get a repercussion. So I don't believe in punishment because I don't believe source punishes anyone, but I will learn something from doing that because that was not nice, not a nice thing to do. It's not a loving, compassionate, I always say to myself, if something happens in your life, how would creator or source respond? If you have a bit of an argument and that person's in the wrong, what would source do? What would creator do? They're not going to creator, source, God would not backlash and swear at that person back again. Would actually be a lot more loving, a bit more compassionate, and sort of look at it and say, okay, we can work this out. We can work this out. Where's the lesson in this? There's always a lesson in something or a blessing, always. And that's what I learned, and that's what I teach as well, is that people always feel victimized. Like, I felt like a victim when I was in that management role. I was like, why me? I used to cry to my manager. I was like, why me? Why is this happening to me? I didn't do anything to anyone. And I literally was in there every day, crying my eyes out. So embarrassing. I was like, this is my new manager, and I'm crying my eyes out. Like, he must think I'm a right wuss. Sorry. So but it was like, crying is actually a good thing. Yeah, I didn't know that until I started doing this work. Crying is such a big release, and you have to have sometimes times where you cry. Have you noticed a lot of people don't cry and they hold it in, and then they actually walk around with their chest quite tight? It's because they need to release it, they need to let it go. Crying is good. It's absolutely amazing. Sometimes I find watching a good movie and I'm suddenly like absolutely crying my eyes out, and I'm actually like choked up, but it's good because I needed to release it. So there's ways of releasing stress and healing, and it's all part of the healing process, I believe. So yeah, so I love that. I love what you said. Absolutely love that. We're just so synchronized. It's amazing.
It is. I love that. What I was thinking about, I mean, it's just so beautiful what you're saying, and I so resonate with you that it's just kind of like, take it where you want to, and I'll just come along, because it's so beautiful. Is there any like parting words that you would like to share?
Yeah, I feel what see my message to the world is you can heal yourself. Okay, you can heal yourself. I had a condition for 4 years and I healed it. Yes, I used a little bit of facilitators, and how use the support that's out there as well. Sometimes there's certain things that you can't do on your own, so you do need that, a little extra help. You need that push, you need that guidance, because that's how I learned. I know my spiritual teacher, she always says, you never you don't actually learn it, you're just remembering. Yeah, we've always known, because we were born, when we're babies, we're this absolutely beautiful angelic little being, and then comes our parents, bless our parents, who condition us, and then comes school, and then comes work, and then comes television and mainstream media, and they mold us into this conditioned lump. Yeah, and then so then we forget that we are a joyful being of light that has so much power that we can actually do anything that we want to, if we don't let outside forces influence us. So I think it's so important to do the spiritual work, do the healing, and listen to your body because it's a barometer. It's always talking to you, always talking to you.
That is so beautiful. And I can't thank you enough. I'm so glad that we finally got to do this and looking forward to doing it again.
Yes,
And
I
for
would love to be back.
anyone, absolutely. And if anyone wants to get a hold of Roshni, that we'll put her information in the comments below. But again, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Jenny. Absolutely a pleasure to be on here. Absolutely a pleasure. Thank you.